Hi, I'm Tom McHugh. I'm the new CEO at Grandview Kids. What drew me to Grandview Kids was the reputation of the organization. I've been working in Durham since 2012 and had met Lorraine and Dr. Hunt through associations with our pediatrics program there, and I was very impressed with their commitment to the children and families that they served. I'm an occupational therapist. I did my clinical work in mental health, but a number of years ago I made the switch to executive positions, mostly in hospitals. A couple of things that are very relevant here. I've worked in the Durham region since 2012, and also I have been the CEO of small hospitals in Ingersoll and Tillsonburg, and I really liken the size of Grandview around that 300 employee mark to the environment of the hospitals that I led there. It's an opportunity to get to know people and to be visible and to be the voice of our organization in the community. I live in Peterborough. I have 4 daughters, all of them affected by fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. The youngest two are at home with us. They're young adults and have a developmental disability. So supporting people who work with kids in an organization like that is really motivating for me. So I've learned so much. It's a complex organization. While it's not huge, there are a lot of moving parts to this organization, not just the different sites, but the different services that we provide to the community. I have never worked in an organization that has doubled in size in the last few years, and I doubt there are very many health or social service organizations in Ontario that have grown that fast. The other thing that has really impressed me is sort of the evidence base to what we're doing with children and families. I had one of my first site visits to Ajax, and I worked with Karen there, who took me into a session with a little guy and his dad, and his mom was watching, and it was social ABCs. And she was able to tell me before we went in what the objectives were, how she measured success, how she did her pre and post work to make sure that the intervention was effective. And in addition to the sort of the science that underpinned that, like, she was just a fabulous coach for this family. So I've been super impressed with that. And I guess that's part of the Grandview sparkle that everyone talks about. So in the first year, I'm really looking to further the work that's underway. So there's been a ton of good work around retention, which I think will lead to a real focus on staff wellness and finding ways that make work a place that people really, really enjoy and want to stay with Grandview. And to be fair, our attrition rate has been very, very low over the years. So it's always obviously been an attractive place to come to and to stay. But with, some of the forces at work in our workforce, I think we really need to focus on that. The second thing that I'm really looking forward to is moving forward the capital project. And so we're at an inflection point where the design is done. And now it's up to executing. And before long, it will be about all of us getting ready to move to that new building. The common thread in the work that's been done around retention and the work that's been done to plan the new building is really inclusivity. And so I've been very impressed with how the organization has taken the time to involve many, many people in the decision making and informing decisions that are moving forward. So I really want to capitalize on that in our strategic plan. So it is time to renew our strategic plan, and I hope to do that with all of you through the fall. We're just beginning to have our initial discussions at the board, who is the owner of the strategic plan. And so I think that what has been established in the level of participation for the other things that I've spoken about, I want to make sure that that's part of what we do for strategic planning. So that is the first year in a nutshell, really.